Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Terrorist Moon, Dolo the Archangel Uriel, and Flight boss here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now we're going to talk about how to program your subconscious realm. Because, you know, we got the unconscious, subconscious, and the conscious. So I like to call the unconscious the gas. I like to call the subconscious like the fluid, right? And I like to say the conscious is the physical. And what you're consciously aware of is things you could physically see. What you're subconsciously aware of is things is what you could consciously be aware of before it takes the shape and form of it when it's being consciously aware of, when it's being in front of you, when it's taking a shape and form. Subconscious is you realizing it before it take the shape and form. You realizing the energetic forces of where it's coming from and how it looked and what color and what number. And see, when we get into stuff like this, man, this doesn't deal with language. This doesn't deal with words. You know what I'm saying? This just deal with expressions and feelings. And if you pick up on the vibe, you understand it. This is how we can come to a point where we can start communicating without man words. And come up with our own words that mean more something to us, and we will be able to manifest and create what we want out of it, other than what these other grammatic people who created languages and shit want for it. But you know, same way you communicate with animals and things of that nature, that's the true universal language. So this one in my videos, that's what I'm talking about. For any newcomers who think that I don't know how to logically put things together, my channel is not for that. My channel is not about that. My channel is about resonation, about people coming together, no matter what ethnic background, no matter what language they speak. I'm here for everybody. I hope my channel open up the eyes of people, Japanese people, Indian people who don't even speak English. You see what I'm saying? This is a one source, universal type of energy I'm trying to put out. So anything that got something to do with any kind of separating things of that nature, I don't deal with it. But when we want to come to talk about training the subconscious, programming the subconscious realm, you see what I'm saying? It's like when you look at things like daydreaming, sleeping, or your actual dreams in general, this is like a sense of the world of where you're going. This is like where you're going. It's where you came from and it's where you're going. You see what I'm saying? So it holds all the memory and it's where you're going. So when you dream, just like I had a dream the other night, and this really stuck to me because like in my dream, I actually was in my dream like, okay, this is what it's like. This is what it is. And then when I started to think in my dream, right, everything started to come to me in that realm. So to get to that point, this is why I'm making this video, how to train your subconscious mind. Because if the things that you consciously doing, that you could consciously be aware of, the more you cling yourself onto doing what you want to do in the external realm, in the conscious realm, the more and more you train your subconscious mind. For an example, you may be in a situation where you may have a job or you may have a person, place, or thing that's in your life that's preventing you from doing what you actually want to do, right? So, but this person, place, or thing holds a significance in your life, so you just can't cut it off. This person, place, or thing. So, now here comes a battle, because, see, you're subconsciously catering more towards this person, place, or thing than what you actually want to do, based upon the illusion that's there in order for you to want to do that, to want to gear towards that person, place, or thing. You see what I'm saying? Based upon it may be family, or it may be a circumstance, or it may be a situation. Now, you're subconsciously doing that. So all the emotions and feelings and things that evolve around that person, place, or thing, this is what you're training your subconscious to be involved with. So, you know what I'm saying, you're letting an external thing create a shape and form for your internal realm, and that's not what you're supposed to do. But this is what's happening. So when you go to sleep, right, that's where you're going. That's your soul. That's you training your soul body. You know what I'm saying? Just getting directed solely by the spirit, not by the physical. Just solely by the spirit. Now the dimensions blur there. Now when you think about this, right? See, in that realm, you're only gonna go where you're subconsciously been at, right? So this is why you experience dreams that you don't want to experience. because you have trained your soul. You have trained your subconscious to be in that world. Now, y'all know the directional pad in the yin realm. I don't want to explain that in every video, but y'all know how you look up and down in the external realm. Same way you can look up and down in the internal realm. You just have to feel up and feel down, and you will actually move in those directions with your spirit, with your soul in those realms. So when you think about your dreams and things of that nature, this is that world where you're going when it's less physical. That's the next realm where you're going. You see what I'm saying? So, but you create the world where you're going. You create it if it's going to be a heaven. You create it if it's going to be a hell. And your dreams is you partaking in that world a little bit, but you still realizing you're in this physical aspect when you wake up in this world. So when you go to sleep here, you wake up there. When you go to sleep there, you wake up here in the physical. So what you're consciously aware of. Now, this is the best way I can explain it. Let's talk about it like as in going into the light. If you don't care about fluorescent lights here, every time you wake up in the morning, you're cutting off the light. All right, let's put it this way. Let's say you're a person who likes the light. You're not even thinking nothing about light in any kind of metaphysical way. You're just the type of person who wake up and be like, okay, I need to cut on the lights. I can't see. Oh, we need some light. Oh, we want to drive at night. Let's make sure we drive on the street with light. Like you're not even thinking about light on no esoteric level. You're just thinking about light as what it was presented to you and what it's used for. You're not even going past that, right? Then you subconsciously trained your subconscious body, your soul body. And when you die and transform from this, or when you dream, you will always subconsciously go into a light. You won't even know nothing else about not going into a light. You won't even know about going within yourself when you're without yourself. See, it's a within realm and a without realm. See, y'all don't even know about that realm. But see, when you dream, right? You don't even have the idea to go within when you're dreaming. So you don't even have the idea to be an individual in your dream. So you probably never experience having full control over your dreams. Probably once in a blue moon. Because you're not subconsciously training yourself to do it. You're not building your spirit. You're not building your soul. You see what I'm saying? So when you go into that realm where it's just genuinely your soul, your vibration, right? It's not acting off the instinct of itself. It's acting off the instinct of the physical, of the brain it's attached to, and based upon the things that's happening in that dimension. So when you're not seeing any representations or shapes or forms that's taking shapes or form of the dimension that you're in when you're in the physical, in the yang, then it's hard for you to understand it. So when you wake up, you think, is this a dream about a person, place, or thing that you experienced in the physical realm? Where really, the person, place, or thing matters none. The experience and the feelings and the emotions is what matters. You know what I'm saying? These people, places, and things may take different shapes and forms, may take different places of people, may take different locations, but the energetic force is always the same. So what you're experiencing now, you always was experiencing. So look, as far as your dreams, right? That's where you're going. So say, let's go back to the person that take you off of your own track, and then based upon this person, you're always involved with them, the emotions and feelings that they give you, right? Now, in your dream, you're going to start to experience that person's timeline. Or you're going to keep experiencing shit you don't want to experience. Or you're going to keep going to locations, because these are worlds. And this is, your dream is telling you where you're getting ready to go for your next physical. So your dream world is what things appear to be before it becomes physical. And you did that before you got here in the third dimension. So now in the third dimension, your yin realm is showing you where you're going. It's a world. So if you're around a person, place, or thing that constantly throw this worrying emotion of feelings around you, right? Then this is why you may end up having a bunch of dreams about worrying. And the dreams may come in a bunch of different shapes and forms, into a bunch of different dimensions. You may have a dream when you was in another vessel, but going through the same kind of experience. You may be looking like you about to get ate by something, but it make you feel the same way as you felt when you was awoke and you had to pay a bill or something like that. You see what I'm saying? It make you feel the same way, like you getting overtaken, getting overtake. So the emotion, the feeling is the only thing that matters. The shape and form and the location doesn't, because you've been through many different shapes. You've been in many different forms. You've been in many different locations. You see what I'm saying? So you have to keep that in mind. Now, for the most part, if you're around a person, place, or thing that and then you don't know how to get away or detach or develop your own emotions and feelings around these things, then you are letting them, or you're letting something outside of you train your subconscious, train your soul. So that's the place you go. So if you around a person, place, or thing, or in a situation that seemed like hell to you, seemed like you could never get out of it, then when you die, that's where you're going. When you dream, that's where you're going. You see what I'm saying? You letting others create the shape and form of your shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable, energetic force field that you are in when you in your soul. You see what I'm saying? So this is why you have dreams and things of that nature like that. But your dreams is an actual world, actual location that you go to, that you live there now. And the situations that you go through there is bits and pieces that you pick up from what you do subconsciously here. Now, if you like me, who subconsciously don't wake up and be in a hurry to jump up under light, and not be in a hurry to turn on any fluorescent light, or not be in a hurry to give a fuck about the light, and I use the sunlight and the light what they're used for, then subconsciously, right, when I dream or when I die, I already know subconsciously I'm gonna go within. Subconsciously I'm gonna go in the dark. Subconsciously I'm gonna run away from light. So anytime I'm dreaming, or anytime I'm in another realm, anytime somebody try to give me any form of information, any form of illusion, any form of direction, any form of sight, any form of trying to lead me, and I could be aware that it's outside of me, I'm always going to be aware of that subconsciously. So I'm not going to be a fool to go into any type of lousy realm when I die and go into another vessel. I'm not going to be any fool when I go into my dream to experience any other dream. I'm going to go within. So when I dream, subconsciously in my dream, I'm going to be like, okay, I got to go within. Let me see what I think it is. So I always do that subconsciously in my dreams, because I trained my subconscious realm by doing the things consciously. You see what I'm saying? And the things that you consciously are aware of take shapes and forms, may impact certain feelings and emotions on you. And it's your friction, your resistance is what create your vibration frequency, create your ideas and feelings amongst that, right? And as long as you can stay sturdy on that, stay true to yourself, then you will always be yourself, and it don't matter what shape or form. And like I said, the dream and that realm is where you're going in that form. That's the realm you're going before it's physical. So if you're creating a subconscious hell for you right now, then that's what's going to take shape and form in your next vessel when you get there. If you create a heaven for yourself now, and it doesn't matter, no holds bar, any type of situation coming to your life that you know you don't need it, you cut that shit off, and you stay firm to that, and you make sure you only experience what you want to experience here. Then subconsciously, that's the world you create for yourself. So you get there and have a little better world than you had previously. Then you go through the resistance of things you have to do and don't do in that world. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? So you have to train your subconscious, and how you train it is by doing things that you're consciously aware of right now and sticking to your guns. So when you dream, right, when you leave this body and you leave this physical, right, you still have your subconscious. So your subconscious is only going to do what it's subconsciously trained to do. So if it's trained to go to happy worlds, it's going to go to happy worlds. If it's trained to go to negative worlds, it's going to go to evil and negative worlds. If it's trained to go to manipulative worlds, it's going to go to manipulative worlds. AKA, if you're consciously awoke right now in the yang realm, in an external realm, and you constantly like to be attracted to negative people who like to thief, people who like to steal, then this is the world you're creating for yourself. So when you dream about these type of things and come up with all good ideas of how you can do it and shit, receiving all these frequency vibrations from all these beings that's vibrating on that energy, then when you die or when you dream, you go to those worlds. When you die, you go to that world completely, and then it'd be another trial, it'd be another position. But dream is lightweight, but when you die, when you go there, that's the world you create for yourself. So you're going to experience a lot of things that's dealing with thieving, stealing, manipulating, negativity, and it's going to come even more powerful in that world. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have even more lessons and more experiences to know not to want to experience that shit again in the next world. You know what I'm saying? And however long it takes, however many vessels you have to go through, believe me, the universe got all the time in the world. Fuck how you look at time. Fuck how you think about the elements and the energy in time. They don't give a fuck how you look at them and what names and perceptions and how you think about it. it's only gonna come in the way it is. Flight boss, bitch. Goddamn air.